Hey friends, welcome to my Patreon. I am so excited to see you here today, and I am so thrilled to have you as a patron. I want to take a moment and thank you so much for signing up, especially if you're here in the first month of August. Your support means everything, and I am so excited to be bringing you an incredible layout that I think turned out so cute. So, in the month of August, I am hosting a challenge here on my Patreon, and it is to incorporate circles into your memory keeping or crafting this month. So, I shared that video already with some different inspiration photos, and today I am making my first circles layout. And I took this one quite literally, and I'm going to make the whole page almost in circles. So I'm using a square 12 by 12 background, but you can see here I'm using my manual die cutting machine to cut out all of these perfectly round circles from my photograph, and then also from a variety of different patterned papers in the colors blue and pink. And I'm using a photograph of me on the beach from last summer when I went down to Florida to see my little sister. Whenever I go down there, we always go to St. Petersburg, and it's a beautiful, picturesque ocean. Well, I guess Gulf of Mexico is an ocean, but it's different from like the East Coast or West Coast ocean because the waves aren't ginormous. It's like very calm and Caribbean colored waters and very, very nice and picturesque. So that is where the photograph is from, and I wanted to pull in the different teals and blues from the water in the photograph. So that's what I've done with the different patterned papers here, and then I also pulled in a little bit of pink because I think pink and mint and pink and blue look really good together as a combination. And I've used a white Posca paint pen to outline some of my circles there. And I thought about hand stitching them, but I'm going to be totally honest. I did that for a YouTube tutorial a few months ago, and y'all, it takes so much time to hand stitch those circles. So much time. And for me, like, it might be worth it occasionally, but I was not about to do it on this layout where I have a ton of circles I'm going to be using. So I just got a similar effect by using a white paint pen, which looks a little bit similar to white thread. Doesn't have the same dimension or texture, but it does have the same visual interest with the outline there of some of the circles. And I'm loving that. Another trick that I did, because my photograph was so large, I cut out a few more circles from my photograph that you can see on the page here. They are the darkish gray ones, and you can tell that's the water or the sand with the water on top of it from where I'm standing. Those circles came from right below there, and I thought that would be a fun way to bring in some of the grayish browns that are in the photograph out to the other side of the page too. So I am creating a visual diagonal across my page here from the upper left-hand side of my page to the lower right. And I am so excited because I am going to use up a ton of these circle planner stickers this month. This is what inspired me to do this challenge. I have so many of these darn planner sticker circles, and I use a lot of my planner stickers for scrapbooking because I don't do a bunch of pretty planning. I do very practical planning, but I don't like to use my stickers in my regular planning. So I like to use them in my scrapbooking and my memory planner. And these circle ones are just really difficult for me to use in my memory planner because the memory planner has a bunch of rectangular boxes on each page that you're filling in. And to me, the circles just, they kind of, it's harder for me personally to make them fit in and look like they belong. So I'm really hoping to use up a ton of these circle stickers this month. I cannot wait to get them out of my stash and onto some layouts and just feel really good about reducing my planner sticker stash because I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. My stash is ridiculous, and I have a very difficult time when I start to have too many supplies actually making anything because I get very overwhelmed with all of the choice and the selection and the mess because if you have so many supplies every time you go to grab one thing out, it's like a mountain of things come with it, and things just get a lot messier and a lot more complicated for me, and I'm an anxious person, so I really like simplicity. And using up my crafting stash always helps me feel way more productive. And after some of the supplies are gone, I just feel like I can tackle anything and I can take on the world, and my space stays cleaner for longer. And it's just very enjoyable for me. So I'm excited to use up a lot of sticker things this month. If you watched the challenge introduction video for this month, and the topic being circles, I also pulled a ton of other things from my stash that are circles besides the circle planner stickers. I pulled some pre-made rosettes from past projects that never got used and tons of other stuff, and I'm just so excited to make a big dent in this particular area of my stash. And I think these monthly challenges are going to be so much fun for me and for you. So I lay down a bunch of those circle stickers onto my page. I think I have 17 or 18 of them down onto my page, as well as all of the patterned papers that I used up cutting circles out of those. So I'm really thrilled that I could fit that many of the circle stickers onto my page. That's incredible. And I love how it's looking and all of the colors and the dimension. I loved putting those Citrus Twist puffy alphabet stickers around my photograph there. I wanted to do some kind of visual interest, and at first I was thinking about hand embroidering the edge of my photograph there with white thread, because that would add some more texture and make it pop a little bit more. But again, just mentally I went back to the realization that that was going to take a ton of time, and I would also be doing it through 3 layers of paper, since I used permanent tape and taped the photograph to the different circles that are backed on it now. And I just decided I didn't want to do all that work and not use up my supplies, because hand stitching doesn't use up a bunch of supplies. It only uses embroidery thread. So I thought, hey, I could make a nice dent in one of my pack of alphabet stickers here that was already partially used by creating a couple of different words to frame out that side of the photograph that has a lot of negative space on it. So you can see my body is more off to the right hand side of the page. And I love the framing effect that putting those words over there achieved. And this layout I absolutely love. You can see all the layers piled up here, all the different circles and the stickers and the texture that the different alphabets create. I added the puffy hello sticker as my big title, and that was from a Felicity Jane sticker pack. And then again, the smaller alphabets around my photograph are kind of like a subtitle or just a layer of interest and dimension on top of my photograph. And then I added a little bit of journaling under the hello title, and I finished off my page by drawing a hand-doodled border around it, and I added some enamel dots and a couple of fussy cut floral stickers and die cuts to it. And I just love how this turned out. I hope that this layout and this process is getting you inspired to go and create something with the August monthly challenge of circles. I am so excited to have you here on my Patreon. It means more to me than you know, and I just can't even put into words how thrilled I am to have you here. And I hope all of the amazing crafting that we're going to be doing together in the future inspires you and lights you up and gets you so excited for memory keeping. Thank you guys so much for watching this process video with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!